Well, the last video that Brent and I made to document my progress was last March. And it doesn't seem like it's been almost a year ago, but it has. So there's been a lot that's gone on in the last year to fill everyone in on. During the last video, I was beginning to put some steps together and making some progress. I think I was up to 60 steps. I have made some great strides since then, so to speak. And after March, the walking started out improving dramatically. And then I ran into all kinds of problems. The last 6 months, I've had a 3-day hospitalization because of a medication error. I've had a sprained ankle, which cost me 3 weeks. And I've had a pinched nerve in my arm, which took 3 months to recover from. And for 3 months, all I could do is my hand would be down and I couldn't lift up my wrist at all. I can do it now and I can move my fingers, but all of that was paralyzed for another 3 months. I was concerned, even though the doctors told me that it was going to come back, that it might not. And I couldn't imagine trying to go back to where I was, needing to be fed by someone else and being taken care of again. Anyway, that did recover eventually, and in January, after the sprained ankle healed and the wrist healed, things have really started to pick up in the last 2 or 3 weeks. Since 10 days ago or so, I've increased my record on consecutive strides from about 170, which was last June, to 325, which was this past Thursday. I was still going strong, but we had to stop because it was lunchtime for the therapists. Yeah, since last March, I've developed a lot more strength in my body. I have a lot more upper trunk strength. I can hold myself more upright while I'm walking. And I also have stronger legs. I can take purposeful steps and my balance has improved. Last week, I also had some other big news. I got the okay to go ahead with learning how to drive again. I drove for about a half an hour on city streets in Atlanta, both on Peachtree Street and on I-75, and several streets in between. The instructor said that he doesn't have much doubt that I'll be able to eventually drive, and that I probably will only require about 15 hours worth of driver's education in order to make that happen. The vehicle that we used to determine what alterations I need is a multi-purpose van. It can take just about any disability and by moving controls around find a way for someone to control it. What we finally decided on for me was that I will have a throttle and a brake on my left hand. If forward will be go and back will be brake, and a steering wheel that got very little effort. I can guide it very easily with my hand, and it's like having ultra power steering. The process from here on out will be that I'll go ahead and get my van modified so that I can wheel my chair directly behind the driver's seat, hook up the controls and grab hold of them, and then drive away. This past summer, one of the more fun things that I did was water skiing. My brother Paul came down from Cincinnati, and he and I drove up to a lake in northeast Georgia, and the Shepherd Center sponsored a day of water skiing for handicapped individuals. The ski that I had outriggers so that I could balance more easily, and I sat on the ski and got pulled around by the boat, and it was a lot of fun, almost like water skiing standing up. It was a very good time.